Welcome everybody to another boat tour on Boat Marketplace's YouTube channel. Today we are sat on board a Princess V40, currently in Essex Marina, and it's also, at the time of this recording, being advertised with boats.co.uk. Now, this is an absolute stunner of a boat. Not only is she 40 foot, so it's a perfect size for a family. If you wanted a little getaway, it's fantastic for entertaining. Firstly, let me turn you around and I'll show you the entertainment area in the back. Here we have a really big, nice wraparound sofa. At the moment it's configured with this cushion pulled all the way out this way. What that does is that, imagine that these curtains weren't here, looking straight out the back of the boat with a nice view as you're going along. However, this cushion, as you can see, slides all the way across, give it a quick push, and then becomes a great big area with cup holders and a table. However, if you're looking at dining out here, this folds across, perfectly giving you ample room for everyone to sit round. If we flip it over to the opposite side, underneath here, we have the wet bar with a sink, a foldable tap, a nice grill, just to grill something that you've caught maybe that day. We'll fold that down, pop this one up, and we have a nice wet bar with a drainage hole at the bottom, and under here, storage with a bin. That is everything that you're going to need while you're sat out here. And you're thinking right now, it's a hardtop. Well, you'd be surprised, it's got a nice folding sunroof. What that does is just allows loads of sun all the way into the cockpit area. And even with this wraparound sofa that just gives a sunbathing spot while also keeping anyone driving the boat a bit of company, which there is a nice double helm area. And you might even see just down on the floor we've got a nice foot holder, and if you need that little bit more room to stand up on, that just gives you that little bit extra, just so while you're cruising along you can see, imagine if this was gone, you can see out over top of the roof. If we are looking in the helm area, we've got Raymarine screens, glass cockpit with the Volvo Penta throttle, and we also have a bow thruster just to help manoeuvre when you're in confined spaces. Little chart table just to keep your charts nice and neat, and a really big window. In fact, all the windows on this on this boat even are very nicely sized, giving great visibility while out. And this is even a little bit different without having the crack down the middle, giving fantastic visibility when you're driving the boat. As we step down into the cabin area then, you've got that window creating fantastic sunshine with a nice wraparound area once again. If you fancied just a little something in the evening, a little bit quieter, maybe put the telly on and just relax and feel the gentle rocking of the boat, which you're not going to get too much of, thankfully, in this sized boat. We've got a lovely galley area with a stove on the top, a sink and a fridge, creating ample room to cook, and even ample room to store with all the cupboards in the top and cupboards down below. Now you must be thinking, it looks a little bit smaller, and that is because they have very well designed this bathroom. There I am, hello everybody. That is the sink, the toilet, but if we wrap round to the right, there is a huge, massive shower that you are not going to have any problems standing up in and being able to wash, and even with the door going through to the front cabin, which is the first cabin on board this boat. There is plenty of storage with wardrobes on the left. Storage up all around the bed, and you can see there's a really good amount of light coming through the roof with ceiling speakers as well, which is a nice additional feature. There's that door taking you through to the toilet. And then as we head backwards, this takes us into another cabin. Now look at this. Imagine waking up in the morning with a sofa like that. Open up these blinds and you just have that little bit of privacy, especially if you've got the kids on board. You can just relax for a second. We've got a lovely wardrobe with ample sleeping area, and unfortunately, sorry about the infill cushions, I believe they are from the front of the boat, which I'll show you in a second. We have plenty more storage up above the window, and that takes us back out, up the stairs, and straight in front we have, underneath this hatch, we have twin engines, which will get you cruising along very, very nicely out at sea. And you might have just spotted it, we've got on the back here the high-low platform. Now the high-low platform is a really good feature because what that does is it lowers down and puts it in the water, so when you've got either a jet ski or a tender, you can bring it in the water up on top of that platform and pick the platform up, as opposed to having to lift a tender. Now if you've ever had a tender that you've got to try and lift, you'd understand how heavy they are, especially when they're in the water. They've almost sucked to the water. Now in here is a great storage space, and almost if you were to deflate the tender, you'd be able to store that in there quite nicely. You can also see there's a couple of chocks, which they just fit into the high-low deck, and that would create a great area for the tender to sit on. Now if we take you to the front, what we're going to do is we're just going to come up to the side here, and again we've got a handrail that takes us all the way down the side with nice high railings as well, nice and sturdy, just to make you feel that little bit more comfortable when you're walking down the side here. And we'll take you all the way to the front where we've got an anchor, the buttons and the chain storage, and what I'll do is I'll flip you around and there it is, that massive window without the seam down the middle, and it just looks absolutely stunning. You can also see you've got ample area for the cushions to be stored into the middle there with cup holders, so whenever you're out at sea you can just lie across the front lapping up that sun, which is unfortunately a little bit rarer in England, but it's a lovely day today in Essex Marina. So we'll bring you back down to the back of the boat again, and I think we'll finish up if we just come around the side looking at this model. It's an absolute stunner. And it leaves me to say, everyone, thank you for watching this video on Boat Marketplace's YouTube channel. We hope to see you in the next one. Thank you for watching these videos. Please do like and subscribe. And if you're interested in this boat, please do head over to boats.co.uk, see if it's still up for sale. If not, head over to our website, boatmarketplace.co.uk, and see if there's something similar being sold by another broker at the time. And thank you for watching this, and we'll see you in the next one. Thank you very much. Goodbye.